Right, we are gonna start another session here. We're gonna listen to the music that I've made. These are my two kids, Daniel and Ine. And I'm gonna speak English, so if they don't understand, I'm gonna do it in Afrikaans to explain to them. As you can hear, it's quite noisy, so let's just turn the music down for a bit so I can explain everything. This is Isaac Smith. This is my journey till I'm 50. Today I've decided to train with my kids because they've been nagging me to want to train with me, so we've made them a little program over there. So this will be a kids-friendly episode. Yeah, so let's just get into it. This is a new video for me. I've not made something like this before, so we just take it as it goes. I'll put the music louder and I'll put it softer. I've given them each a few instructions that they need to follow. Daniel, you stand here. Right, what must you do here? 10
push-ups,
and then 10
squats,
and then 20 toe raises. Toe raises, and then we're going to do here combat strikes, yes. And we're going to do 10 sit-ups. Sissy, you're going to do dancing and you're going to spin around and play, okay? Alright, okay. So I'll carry on with the session once we are done with them. So let's start this up. Right, Daniel. First of all, I'm going to put the music louder. We're going to do some warming up now, so I'm going to put the volume up. So we're just going to warm the body up at the moment. Just jump around, play around with your kids. Just get the body nice and loose. Alright, let's go, boys. Let's start jumping. Come. Let your word remain my fire. When lesser voices call until the day I close my eyes and stand before you. Just warm up. There you go. Almost legs up. Almost legs up. Days, I submit my will to your word. I will strength. Okay, jump. Hands up. Freeze. Jump. Freeze. Jump. Legs up. Adjust, Donna. Warm up those body. Here we go. One squat. Let's go. Let's go. That's it. So now, jump. You gotta warm up the body. Okay. You gotta get the right banana. Daniel. Down there. We're gonna do 10 push-ups. I'll put down the volume a bit. That's our warm up. So I'll put it down a little bit more. So at the moment the push-ups are still really difficult because of my shoulder. You'll see I've got my little strap on here still. Not yet. Okay, Daniel. Lift here. I say 1. I say that's perfect. Down. Up. 2. Right. Down. I say up. 3. I say down. Up, 4, let the doggies, 5, 6, almost, 7, 8, 9, one more, I say 10, okay, up, take your red cookie, mark down your 10 push-ups. Sissy, okay, mark them down, there, okay. I'm actually going to use the same design for him every day in his room. He wanted me to do that, so he's going to do like 10 push-ups every morning, well, maybe 3-4 days a week. But he likes that idea. So it forms structure. Structure equals obedience. You got to give them something that will discipline them, build a structure within their life. Start off small. Don't be too hard on them. Even if they play around and they mess around, you need to start somewhere. Okay, so there we go. You just the blue one is not working so nicely. Says, give me that one. Wait, that one, let me see. Is the blue done? Okay, so the blue is done, we're going to use red. The blue one is empty. No more blue, blue done. Okay, so next one, Daniel, we're going to do 10 squats, sissy. You're going to take the red one and you're going to mark your spring. Take it, spring. Mark the rack back also. Okay, Daniel, not yet, not yet. Stand here. Okay, we're going to do for 10 squats. Mark the rack back in, I'm sitting now in 2. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, mark me 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, only 10, take a cookie. Mark down your 10, sissy, take a booty. Okay, sukam, booty sukam. Say, mark them. Okay, sissy, come. Sissy, inay. Inay. You make your spring again. Alright, Daniel. Now we're going to do let's first jump around again. Come, sissy. Okay, we're just warming up. We're just warming up. Yeah, you can do that. Let's go. That's it. Okay, so now, both of you, look at Daddy. You're going to stand like this, toe up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right, mark down the 20 toe raises. Sissy, go for Daniel. Give it over to you. You know, hang on, Steve. Okay. You gotta be strict with him as well. You can be quiet, man. Okay. So, that's all. Right, Daniel. Now we're gonna do the 10 sit-ups. You lie down. Okay. Put your legs up like this. Wait, like that. Okay. Come up. 1. Not all the way, come up to the end. Alright. Stop. 2, 3. I say. 4. It's nice and hard, eh? Nice. Come up, I say. I say 5. Okay. 5 more. I say 6. Rest at the bottom. Rest. I say 7. Rest on it. Leg back. Rest. Okay, take a short rest. I say 8. So when you come up, go down. As jy kyk as jy opkom. Kom jy op. Al asem in, dan kom jy op. Right, let's go. Breathing. I say 9. One more. We're gonna do that one again. Go down. Rest. Hou jou hande so, dan kom jy net vinnig op. Wag eers. 1, 2, 3, go. Up. Azay, that's 10. Right, okay Daniel, mark the 10 sit-ups. Mark the 10 sit-ups. Sissy, come. Okay, mark it. That one. 10 sit-ups. Mark it. Azay. Okay, go give Sissy. So, you can draw here, this side, draw here, you draw here. Okay, Daniel. He's going to use my gloves. Okay. First of all, so I've already shown him when you do put on gloves or when you do make a little fist for a little guy, it's important that you make a fist. Let me show you. Like this. Look at where my thumb is. My thumb. Don't ever put your thumb over here and then you do a punch, you'll break it, okay? That's a no-no. So you close your fist like that and you put your thumb over it like that, okay? Just so that you don't hurt your thumb. Okay, Lionel. First of all, you stand there. We're gonna do one straight. One straight. Okay, so you're gonna punch with that hand over here. Say, that one over here. Zay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, uppercut. Uppercut. Other end. Side. Uppercut. That one. Zay, uppercut with that. If I use this hand, you uppercut with that end. If I use this hand, you uppercut with that end. Uppercut. 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 Straight. Zay, straight. Zay. Now give me a hook shot. Hook shot. Nice. Hook shot. Nice. Give me a few shots here. Zay. Repeat it. Give me like. Zay. Hook shot. Hook shots. Oh yeah. Give me one here. Hook shot. Oh yeah. Give me another one. Come. Oh yeah. Go, 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 go. Zay. Straight shot. Zay. Another one. Other end. Zay. Right. Give me one like that. Zay. That one. Zay. Okay, now. So, stand there. You go. You can punch me in my stomach, but go 1, 2, back. Put your hands here. Yeah? Zay. So it's like this. That shape. Then you bring your hands back to your face to cover your face. Zay. And bring them back to your face. Like this. Hold them like this. So if I come here, you block me, eh? Okay, let's go. Other hand. Zay. Good stuff, boy. Right. Let's take them off. There we go. Grab your water. Okay, sissy, we done? Zay. Zay. Okay. It's always the case with the little girl. Right. Thanks, guys. That's the session. Daddy, sissy, we're all done. Wait. Okay. See you now. Okay, down high five. Let you sissy some. Come. You know. Zay. Okay. Alright. Thank you guys. What was that? 12 minutes in, 10 minutes session. Sometimes you got to do something with him. Daniel has his first judo tournament next week, and he's been doing judo for a few months now, and he's never been to one of the competitions. So I thought I'm just going to put him in there and see how he enjoys it. He's turning 7 this year. He's 6 at the moment. He turns 7 at the end of the year, so his category is like 6 years old, and he's fighting on 21 kilograms. He's quite light, so he's on the smaller side. So he'll be, but he's strong. But he's still learning the techniques. But he's doing okay. So I wish I had the opportunity with my family when I was younger to go into some form of sport. Don't leave your kids to just laser around the house all day, because if I don't do anything with my kids, they're in front of the TV watching on their phones, and they will just become vegetables there. So I need to make the time for them. So also I made a video on Monday, and like I said, it's Mondays and Thursdays, but I don't always record on a Thursday. I use that day to play around. So Thursday was very hot. Thursday was like 42 degrees Celsius here at some point, so it's really hot, man. And you can see how I'm sweating at the moment, and I haven't done anything with my boy yet, and my girl. Look, she wasn't very pleased because she's like that. We'll get there. But as a parent, you just need to find out how to, how can I say, communicate differently with both of them. You cannot give the one more attention than the other one, and you just got to find the right space. She doesn't really enjoy the mixed martial arts stuff or the training stuff, and that's fine. She can do whatever she wants. But you see how she got now. Breaks my heart, but Daniel was going to come train alone with me because he wants to get better, and he wants to beat someone at school in the judo that keeps throwing him around, and the guy's younger than Daniel. But that's a good motivation, and they are friends. They will never fight because I'm teaching him we don't engage in fights. You only defend yourself at all times, and obviously if someone pushes your sister around, you're gonna have to go and defend her as well, because that's what I did as a brother. Right, to get back into training and what this is all about, this is Isak Smith. This is my journey till I'm 50, and you will find times where I will do weird stuff like this. So this isn't really a kids-friendly episode, but maybe it is. I don't know. I'll still have to do research. I don't know what is kids-friendly. So the whole episode has to be revolved around something that's really kids-friendly. And this, because it's only 10 minutes I did with them, I'm going to change the content to something differently now. So I just warmed up with them, and then I want to just train myself. So what I had in mind is I'm going to do stop and pause per song, and I'm gonna take a song's duration to do warm-ups in here and some shadow boxing and a little bit of weights. You'll see I still have my sleeve on, and then I will pause it again to do a little bit of communication. So that there I'll take down at some point. And I'm still every single day 50 leg raises. I've not skipped the leg raise yet, so keep it going. If you haven't made yourself an objective for the year, it's currently the 15th of March. This video will only be uploaded within 3-4 months from now, I guess. That's how many videos I've made in advance, but it's all part of the plan. It's all part of, at some point I want to catch up to, I'm a week behind. So that's still going to be a while, but let me just explain something from the work side again. We're back at the work side. Like I said, the attacks on my life, spiritually, mentally, physically, it's a lot. But I don't cower away, and like I could have made the video on Thursday, but it was too hot, so I said I'll wait, and I spent some time with my kids and my family. Same thing happened on Friday. It was another 41, 42 degrees Celsius outside. Now in this room, it'll just be ridiculous to train, and I wasn't going to go run in the mountains again. I did enjoy that as well. But I said, then Saturday came, and I was just, my wife went to a school thing for netball. So I had to babysit, and I'm not gonna come make a video in here while my kids are sitting alone inside. So I said I'll spend time with them again, which I did again, and that's why I didn't make a video on Saturday either, because it got late and I was like, I'm not feeling like training today. So I'm still taking a bit of gaps here and there. But for what it's worth, when you come here, come ready, come prepared. Know that I do make 2 videos a week, and at some points I'm gonna have to skip making a video in a week. So instead of making 2, I'm gonna have to make 1 a week, because I'm currently maybe another 30 and a bit more videos ahead. I don't want to be that far ahead, but for what it's worth at the moment, that's what it is. And I realized that the season is going to be difficult for me because of how things are playing out at work, but God's been working in my heart, and He says, Isaac, this is the season that I've placed you in. You're not responsible for changing the outcome of this season. You're not responsible for how it's going to end. It's not your responsibility, it's mine. So what has happened in that space is God's changed my heart, because it became unbearable thinking that, how am I going to get these 2 bridges to become one? And the message was, it's not yours to do, Isaac, because certain things needs to happen, I believe, within my own business. Well, it's not my business, I'm just someone working there. And then I hope you have your premix ready. This is my own research I've done here for what I like to use. This is called rooibos tea, specially made in South Africa. It's got 0 caffeine, and I'm using honey. I'm using pink Himalayan salt, and then I'm using a bit of, what am I missing? I've got chia seeds in here as well today. Some chia seeds, honey, lemon juice, pink Himalayan salt, and rooibos tea. This is a very, very good drink, I promise you, and it tastes amazing. But put ice in there. So refreshing, really. Okay. So, I'm going to start the session, put it on the cardio, let's go. We're going to start by warming up just a little bit. And then once I start doing the shadow boxing per song, I'll be putting the volume up to focus on that session that I'm going to have in there. For now, I think we actually start with the leg raises just now. I just want to get them done. So every morning when I wake up, that's when I do my 50 leg raises. So I'm actually ahead on my leg raises in case I skip the day. But as of now, I've not skipped the day. Sometimes I've finished the video, didn't make my leg raises here. I'll do them in my room. But yes, I'll be honest with them. When I make a mistake, for instance, if I've skipped the day, I'll let you know. But as of now, I've not skipped the day. So, and even if I skip a day, I'm going to do double the next day. So Worst case, if you skip a day, don't let it pull you down, just carry on. You see, sometimes we receive knockbacks. Those knockbacks aren't to demoralize you. They're not there to throw you under a bus, to make you morbid or angry or anything. Those pebbles that come your way, or those rocks thrown at your side, or the obstacles that you have to overcome, they are there placed in your life to make you a better person, to become someone that can honor Jesus in everything that he does. The way that I think, the way that I believe, the way that I speak, the things I look at, the things I do. I would not be able to do this without Jesus. Simple as that. Okay, let's quickly warm up. I am starting to feel a bit better with this shoulder and this arm, but it's not there yet. I'm not nearly where I was at. But we'll get there. Let's just start off slow. Like I said before, the idea of Journey Till I'm 50 is to see what type of man I can be at the age of 50. And I'll just be blunt and say this. When you look at the book of Daniel and the book of Revelation, there's a lot of pastors and churches out there that they don't really teach on the book of Revelation. Maybe a bit of the book of Daniel, but not really much on the book of Revelation. It's because most people will tell you, that's a very difficult book and no one can understand it and all sorts of stuff. Listen, God didn't give us a book to not be able to understand it. At some point, you will find the clarity, the insight and the wisdom that you need to understand how it's going to unfold. But you got to be patient, because sometimes we're not ready to receive the truth of the Word of God, because you're not spiritually prepared to use it for good. In the sense of, if I knew what I know about Revelation maybe 20 years ago, I would have gotten some weird path out there. And I will say this about prophecy, messages and teachings out there at the moment. Take it with a grain of salt, because there's so many people talking about this prophecy and this prophecy and this prophecy, and everything is prophesied. But at the end of the day, when you look at how they apply the outside stuff of this world happening today in our era inside of prophecy, they're trying to make it fit to this prophecy. Just be very careful that you don't let your mind run away with what it sounds like or what it can be. Because at the end of the day, Scripture will always reveal itself. And if the Word of God does not give you a clear indication of what it is saying, do not put your own stuff in there. If you're uncertain, just let it be. Especially on the book of Daniel now, I had another one about the 10 toes and how the clay and the iron is not really going to mix, and there's a lot of things and a lot of stuff being said out there today about that, and it's super AI, not intermixing with the humans, and it's vaccine related and all sorts of stuff. At the end of the day, look at what Daniel was trying to say. He said that they're going to try and merge iron and clay. What is the iron? What is the clay? You do your own research. I know what it is. But at the end of the day, they're not going to mix. And you know what's going to happen just after that step? We are currently there. So Nebuchadnezzar, he was a king. That was the head of gold, and then it went down to like a silver breastplate, and then it went down to bronze legs or something like that. And then it became like the legs and the toes that was made of iron and clay. That's the dispensation that we are in at the moment. What comes after that in the dream Daniel had? The stone that will smash it, and that is the kingdom that Jesus is going to come put here on earth for 1,000 years. That is right. We're going to come back to this planet, and we're going to live here for 1,000 years, reigning with Christ. Where's Jesus going to be at that time? In Jerusalem, in the temple. He's not even going to leave the temple. He's going to be in there for 1,000 years, reigning as the Prince of Peace. And you know what that means? It means that I can sleep outside, not have to worry or fear for my life. When there is peace, there is no fear in your life present of anything. You won't fear of anything. Today people are saying Israel is living in peace already because of the Iron Dome system and all of that. That's nonsense. If there's rockets being fired at you, you got to go into a bomb shelter and hope and pray that building of yours doesn't get hit. That is not peace, my man. I don't care how you interpret it. You cannot say that is peace. While the devil is on this planet, you cannot have peace. You're going to have false peace, and that's coming. The Bible says that. But you know what's going to happen before that false peace and everything is going to happen? There's going to be like the 10 toes, 10 kingdoms fighting for united power, and it's not going to mix because it's mixed of clay and iron. And just before everything comes to an end, when Jesus puts his own kingdom on this planet for 1,000 years, we're going to get raptured away. So there are many teachings out there of pre-tribulation and mid-tribulation, and at the end of the tribulation we're going to get raptured. There's only one actual answer to it, and it's not, we're not going to get raptured in the middle, and we're not going to get raptured at the end of it. We're going to get raptured before the 7 years of tribulation. Now, how can you say, I can say that? Listen, you need to do your own studies. What I can suggest for you is the best teaching on it that I'm aware of, that helped me found clarity. And now that I've found a style and a structure of how I can apply the Word of God in my own life through how I'm using it. There's a lot of bad things being said now about AI, and it's, man, it's the devil stuff, this and that. Forget about it, man. I'm using AI to educate myself. It's depending how you use it. Are you going to use it for good, or are you going to use it for bad? You can use it for anything. I'm using it to educate myself. But I've made a few rules when I use AI. I said, anything that I do in ChatGPT, I said you're going to use strict logic, mathematical probability, and observational science. Because I don't want it to come back to me giving me the global consensus of what's out there, because it's going to tell me if 2 plus 2 equals 4, but the global consensus for 2 plus 2 is 5, guess what ChatGPT is going to tell you? 2 plus 2 is 5, even though you know the answer is 4. You're going to say, but why did you tell me it's 5 when we actually know it's 4? Because it will tell you what is the accepted global consensus out there in the world. That's what AI is programmed to tell you. So do yourself a favor, if you have AI that you're using, you tell that AI that you want to work according to those 3 principles. And so once I did that, it changed every single thing. Literally, it changed everything. Now, I've become, let me just say this as well. Do not let AI think for you. You still need to think for yourself. You still need to ask the right questions, and you don't need to accept every single answer that it gives back to you. Go with the conviction of what the Holy Spirit puts within your heart. So always start with speaking to Jesus, or to God the Father through Jesus Christ, and allow Him to guide your thoughts by the renewal of your mind, and allow everything that you do to glorify Him. Do not accept old wives' tales and stories out there, because those are there to confuse you. Okay, it's gonna start. If you don't want to get confused, you need to put out the time and the effort. So I'm hoping that these videos will allow you to say, you know what, I'm going to train in these videos, but I'm also going to take a bit of time to get to know myself better. I have personally become a better man since I've started training in here twice a week. Not every Monday and Thursday. Mondays I'm trying to stick to, but Thursdays I still juggle around with, because I can at the moment still do that. Hey, when I started this, I said I want to go live. I'm not live yet. Maybe in the future, but right now. Right, so let's do the 50 leg raises. We're going to start the session. I'm going to put the music up for a bit, and we're just going to train. So that's enough talking, because it's 30 minutes in and I only do hour videos. Let's go. Let's go, boy.
Allow your grace. silence, you hear me. Even when I fall short, you remain. There is no better way than yours. One chance to get this right. One race to win first prize. One heartbeat overlapping this stride. Eyes for eternity. Every sunrise, I hear the call. Live with purpose, give my all. Flesh may fade, but truth won't die. My eyes are fixed beyond the sky. I've got one life to live, I won't let it slip. Whisper I take is a gift I won't miss. With my heart set alight, my legs are strong and right. I'll run this race at full pace. Because I have one life to live. One life to live. Tempted daily, the enemy knows where to look, but I know where my spirit lives. In a body I've yet to receive, so don't hold back. There's no time to nap. Living for Christ, beginning to I've got one life to live, I won't let it slip. Every breath I take is a gift I won't miss. With my heart set alight, my legs are strong and right. I'll run this race at full pace. Because I have one life to live. Yeah. One life to push through the pain. Fight through the night. Run with all your might. Push through the pain. I've got one life to live, I won't let it slip. Which breath I take is a gift I won't miss. With my heart on fire and my hands to give, I'll run this race. One life to live. One life, one race. Eyes for eternity.
Just cardio. Let's just do cardio. Hands up. Don't drop your hands. Look for every shot. It matters.
I'm over comes from above, but my chest gets tight when my heart wants more love. I'm joyful in Christ, yeah, that part is true, but my flesh pulls hard like it's breaking me in two. How does a man feel peace and pressure the same? Touched by heaven, but still fighting old flames. My spirit is steady, but my body feels weak. It chases affection when it's purpose I seek. Lord, I feel your grace running deep in my chest, but it's flesh, this flesh wants comfort and rest. I hate how rejection rewires my mind when your love is enough, eternal, divine. If only my flesh can be real in what my spirit feels. This is such a way, but the joy it brings is for real. Finding the balance between Christ and flesh is a mess. So hang on to what you do, because in the end, nothing else matters more than being with Jesus. My body wants things that don't honor you. It craves attention, it wants proof, but the spirit inside keeps calling me higher, pulling me out of the ashes and fire. The world offers comfort that fades in a day, but your love hits deeper in every way. Sometimes my heart feels empty and torn, but you fill the spaces where rejection was born. And when I'm craving a love that feels human and warm, you remind me I'm held through every storm. Your peace is the anchor that holds me in place, your mercy the covering, your presence the grace. Love isn't always loud or strong. Sometimes it's gentle, sometimes it's calm. Sometimes my heart wants more than she can give, but you teach me that love is a place where we live, not a fire that burns every hour, but a covenant held by your holy power. If only my flesh, if only my flesh can be real in what my spirit feels. This is such a way, yet the joy it brings is for real. Finding the balance between Christ and flesh is a mess. So hang on to what you do, because in the end, nothing else matters more than being with Jesus. My flesh may fail, but my spirit rises, because your love is stronger than everything I crave.
Don't injure yourself. Starting my body. One more.
I don't need you to fix everything. I don't need a perfect words. Sometimes I just need you to reach for me first. One hug, one touch, one moment where I'm not the one holding everything together. Just hold me first, and I'll carry the rest. I'm the one who starts the talking, always breaking up the ice. I'm the one who keeps on reaching, paying love at any price. Every hug that ever happened, every kiss we ever set, started with my hand on your shoulder, not knowing what I get. You say you're tired and I feel it. Life is stacked against your back. Kids in work and all the pressure, always fighting every crack. But when I step back for a moment, just to see if you draw near, all I hear is quiet rooms and the echo of my fear. I'm not begging for affection, I'm not trying to make you bend, but my body feels invisible when I'm the only one who sends. I'm not asking for perfection, I'm not asking you to prove. I just wanna know if I stand still, would you be the one to move?
Cause when I pull back, everything's silent, and I sink down deep on my own small island. Yeah, I'm strong, but I'm still human too, and all I ever wanted, it was you. Hold me first before I disappear inside my head, before the distance builds a castle in our bed. I don't need 1,000 perfect words rehearsed. I'm learning how to love you through my hold me first. Hold
hand on my chest, you know one touch could quiet all the hurt. Read your words and felt them burn. Felt like every line said I don't learn. Like I'm walking on eggshells inside my own home. Scared one wrong move leaves you feeling alone. I'm tired of ways I don't even show. Carrying the kids and the weight and the flow. By the time I sit down, my mind's not here, but I see your eyes and I feel your fear. I wish I knew how to love you right, how to hold you close, but I hold it too tight. I'm not ignoring all the pain you've shown. I just sometimes feel I'm feeling you alone. You say you're empty when I don't draw near. I feel I'm not enough when I see your tears. You're not too much, I'm not too small. We're just two hearts, try not to fall. When you pull back here, I feel it too. Like the whole room lost its view. I don't want you fading in the dark, I just don't know where to start. Hold me first before I disappear inside my head. Hold you for I won't leave silence in our bed. I don't need a perfect version of your love rehearsed. I see your heart, I know it's still. Hold me first. Hold me first. Hold me first. If we could feel the weight in each other's chests. Hold me first. We'd stop believing we're each other's curse. Hold me first. Come close to me, come break this thirst. Just reach for me and hold me first. Hold me first. Hold me first. We're not enemies. We're just two tired hearts that still want each other. Know that we want to be right. I don't need perfect. I need your reach before I disappear. Hold me first. Hold me first. Hold me
We're gonna
Yeah.
pause that one quickly. It's insane to think that my cardio isn't nearly what it used to be at. Absolutely. I'm so far away from what I trained 2 months ago. Actually, scary to think how much you can fall once you start dropping that momentum that you had. But the Bible teaches that a righteous man stands up every single time. No matter how many times you get knocked down, no how many times you fell to the bottom of the ground, you get back up. Do you know why you get back up? Because at the end of the day, when this world comes to claim your body, guess what? It didn't claim your soul. You're gonna go live in eternity with Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, and God the Father until all eternity. We're gonna be walking in a city where streets are made of gold. You don't have to believe it. If you are fine living the life that you are living now, you will find yourself in darkness. What are you currently doing to entertain yourself? Are you watching pornography? Are you watching videos that's not equipped to edify your spirit? Because if you're going to consume yourself with the things of this world, you're going to get stuck in that trap. The enemy will find your weakness, expose it. He will then, what was the study we did the other day? Accuse you in front of God the Father and then guilt and conviction will come your way because yet you fell again. So the enemy will tell you, you're not good enough. Why are you trying to live this life in the church? Because clearly you can't do it. He's right, you can't do it. That is why we accepted Jesus, who paid the price for us to be able to do what we are doing. It doesn't mean I get to go and sin unconditionally without having no thought or heart towards it. No. If your spirit inside is not convicting you of the things that you are doing illfully and bad against God, then maybe you don't have the spirit. I don't know. But for what it's worth, this life is short. We're here today, we're gone tomorrow. There's wars, there's pestilence and famine. Sorry, not feminine, famines. There's so many things claiming us, left, right, and center. So equip yourself, prepare yourself for godliness. It has benefit in this life, and it has benefit in the eternal kingdom to come. Become the best version of yourself that you can be to glorify Jesus Christ, because we are going to be persecuted. Be warned, people of God, people who love Jesus Christ, people who say that they are Christians. Just know that the Bible said, and in the end days, we are going to get killed. So your heart and your mind must be prepared to always be able to defend what you believe, okay? Even until death. Let's go.
I knew the way home, but I kept choosing a road that broke me.
That was me when I was younger.
Thought freedom was doing whatever I felt, but all it did was chain me harder. And somehow, even when I ran the farthest, I still felt his footsteps behind me, not hunting me, rescuing me. Yeah, I was 17, running with a heart full of noise, pretending I was grown in a world built for boys, swapping out my soul for a weekend rush. Every high wore off and the silence crushed. Beer in my veins, pride in my chest, lies in my head saying, boy, you're blessed. But every Sunday guilt kept calling my name. Knew the shepherd's voice, but I hid in shame. Played every part just to fit in the crowd. Different mask every night, but inside not proud. Knew the truth since a kid, but I shut that door until the spirit kept whispering, son, there's more. And I felt that pull in my darkest night. Somehow you stayed through all my fights. Every time I ran, you stayed in sight. Grace broke through and lit the night. I ran far, but you still ran faster. Held me through every self-made disaster. When I broke down, you called me son. I was lost, but you said come back, son. Your mercy fought every battle I started. Your love pulled back the man who departed. I fell so far, but you still said come. I was lost, but you said welcome home. My years moved on, saw the man I became. Empty eyes, full hands, but a heart in pain. Still you never walked away from me, even when my pride kept choosing to flee. Trying to numb my wounds in a world on fire, but the flames burn low and reveal desire. One whisper broke chains I carried for years. One touch turned anger into falling tears. I ran far, but you still ran faster. Held me through every self-made disaster. When I broke down, you called me son. I was lost, but you said come back, son. Your mercy fought every battle I started. Your love pulled back the man who departed. I fell so far, but you still said come. I was lost. I get it now. I wasn't running from you. I was running from the man you called me to be. But you waited, you watched, and when I finally turned around, you ran. Now I walk with you, step by step, eyes on eternity. A son again, born again, running. I ran far, but you still ran faster. Held me through every self-made disaster. When I broke down, you called me son. I was lost, but you said
within me. Not as win, but as will. The battle I fought alone was never mine to win. And in that moment, I woke from within. Every rep, every scar, every late night grind built a body, but couldn't fix the mind. I chased control, I chased perfection, but I found this power in my own rejection. When my lungs gave in, the spirit rose. When my strength broke down, his peace exposed. It wasn't will, it was surrender start. It wasn't muscle, it was heart. Now the fire inside is not my own. It's the voice of heaven in flesh and bone. When I am weak, His power begins. This is the awakening.
This one is
Faith is not wishful feeling, not emotion rising and falling. Faith stands on the promises of God, the foundation under every hope.
Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Faith stands on every word the Lord has spoken. His promise is the ground beneath my feet. Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. I walk by faith, I see the unseen. His word is my certainty. Faith is the conviction of things not seen, the evidence of God's unseen reality. Faith is the proof the Spirit gives, living light where I see none. Faith responds to what God has spoken, not to what circumstance appear to be. Faith knows the unseen realm is true, for God has declared His will. Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Faith stands on every word the Lord has spoken. His promise is the ground beneath my feet.
I took my table out, gave it to my son to do some work. I'm out of breath, but you know what? Keep pushing. Don't stop. Don't quit. Life throws obstacles at you. Always be prepared. Identify what's happening in your life so that you're always ready, and fight by prayer. Not by power, nor by might, but by my spirit, says God. Peace, my men. Peace, my ladies. Peace to everyone out there. May the peace of Jesus be with you all.